How's it going today, guys? We're going to be talking about some interesting news that we got yesterday, and I mean, obviously, this kind of relates to some of the reverse boosting drama that we've had going on in the YouTube community. But before I get into that, I would really appreciate it if you guys dropped a like and a sub on the video.
Do it! Do it! Come on! Do it now!
So yesterday it was reported on Twitter from a well-known leaker and somebody that's leaked stuff previously in the COD community. I'll link the post right here if you guys want to read about it. On the screen you can pause it and read for yourself. But basically, Activision, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward, they all know about reverse boosting. They all know about the skill-based matchmaking controversy, which I would hope they would, because a lot of your top content creators have been bitching about it. Regardless, even like about the smaller ones who complain about it. You've got really big content creators like Dr. Disrespect, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx complaining about SBMM, and something needs to be done about it. And obviously we all know about the exploit by now, reverse boosting. We've had a lot of drama with that in this past week. But my thing is that seeing some of the Twitter stuff from Mr. Tom yesterday, I am kind of worried about what's going to happen with SBMM, because it makes Activision a lot of money, and a lot of people wonder, oh, how does it make them a lot of money? Well, if you are, let's say 8 years old and not getting dicked on every game, chances are you'll probably want to play it more. You'll play it with your buddies, your other little 8 to 12-year-old buddies, and you'll steal mommy's credit card to buy all kinds of bullshit, basically. And, I mean, even you've also got grown people who maybe play Call of Duty maybe once or twice a week, and maybe want to treat themselves to something nicer. Oh, hey, I'll buy a cosmetic or whatever. But with skill-based matchmaking, they're more incentivized to do it, and simply because the way skill-based matchmaking is designed, it's designed to keep you playing even if you're not very good at the game, which it's not doing for people that have played this franchise for a long time. I mean, I've even caught myself, playing 40 minutes of multiplayer and just being like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to play anymore. I could usually go for a couple hours, play a bunch of matches, get a bunch of games, have a bunch of fun. But skill-based matchmaking makes it really tough to even have fun, let alone have a good game. I don't necessarily need to have a 3-to-1 KD to have fun. I could have fun just sitting around, messing around, shooting people with a rocket launcher. As I'm pretty sure plenty of other people can, but and sometimes I also want to sit around and snipe or run around with a knife or whatnot. Basically, I don't want to run around with meta weapons every single game. Something needs to be done, and it's in the process of being done. They are aware of it. But what's going to be done now, what I think is going to be done is that skill-based matchmaking will be tuned less. So basically, it won't be as restrictive. There'll still be a protected racket, and I think people are still going to be able to reverse boost. I mean, who knows how the reverse... I think it's going to stop somehow. I think they will limit it because they want player retention among, Timmy, who can barely hold his controller. It is what it is. But the algorithm is so complex. Like, I've heard that it tracks, your movement per second, how many slide cancels you do, how many jump shots you do per minute or whatever. It's a really complex system. So maybe it'll notice you go 1 in 20, on a 2KD account, it's going to be like, oh, you're reverse boosting, and it boots you out of the lobby. Or if it sees you're a really high KD player playing against low KD players, it's going to kick you out, Who knows? This system is absolutely mind-boggling, and it has no place. I mean, I'm wrong, actually. It does have a place, and its place is separate competitive playlists where you have a rank and you're rewarded for trying hard, CDL playlists, But I think what would really help is having a ranking system very similar to Halo 3's, where in a competitive playlist you can go up, you're in certain brackets necessarily. I mean, I guess it's the same for how some sports games do it. how they've got a bronze tier, a silver tier, a gold tier, pro tier, diamond, Hall of Fame, whatever. I think that is one thing that Call of Duty needs, and I can't believe it hasn't had it for a long time. Obviously, other YouTubers have covered that topic, but I mean, it's really mind-boggling. Like, how do we not have, after, 13 years since, pretty much since Call of Duty 4, and even before that, since Call of Duty 2, do we not have a fucking ranked playlist? Like, how? Like, fuck, man. Gears of War, which I remember playing quite a bit of back in the day. Halo 3, even Gears of War 3, had great ranked playlists. I would always play against people that were similarly my skill. And then they also had regular public matches, social matches, where I would just focus on connection. But I think at the end of the day, for many of us that play Call of Duty, many people that make content for it, they just want things to go back to the way they were. The way we're used to matchmaking. There's always been a little bit of SBMM, whether in Call of Duty 4 or in Modern Warfare 2 and some of those older games, it was team balancing. That was essentially your skill-based matchmaking. But it was very light. It prioritized connection. And I think that's all people want, is a game that prioritizes connection over skill-based matchmaking. And considering you're playing a quick match, this isn't, a competitive playlist. Like I've said before, that would help a lot of the situation. And not only that, I think the other thing I think people are forgetting about is we used to have boot camp playlists back in the older CODs for people that were, just hopping onto multiplayer for the first time. They could play through their first 20 levels without getting dumped on by other people. It's great. But then after those 20 levels, they can come find me in a lobby and they can get dumped on. And I'm not even that good at this game. I just miss variety in Call of Duties. I miss being able to go into a lobby. There's some guy sitting in the back corner with a thumper, some guy running around with a knife, some guy camping behind the truck that I keep killing. There always used to be a lot of variety, particularly in the players you played. Now, skill-based matchmaking obviously tuned that down, but I hope the changes that are coming are going to be positive ones. And look at this spawn camping right here. I'm just waiting for the other team to spawn. I was having a lot of fun on Nuketown actually recently before they decided to remove it. As soon as they removed it, I've been having a real rough time trying to play this game. But you know what? I really hope it does get better at the end of the day. I think I've said that like 20 times in this video. God knows how many times I've repeated myself. But I just want things to go back to what I'm used to, And I'm pretty sure many of you guys do too. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be wrapping this video up. Thank you for watching. If you dropped a sub, if you haven't dropped a like yet, do so now. And I'll catch you next time.